Hello everyone, and welcome to EBK's Minecraft. This is my first video, so please wish me luck. In this video, this is purely a tour of my Minecraft world. It's not going to be a tutorial, not going to be teaching anything, simply giving you a tour of my Minecraft world. And I'll be posting videos upcoming. I'll be doing some Let's Play series where you can watch me continue to build this world. And also, I'll probably do some training tutorials down the road as well. So, look forward to those. Please like my page. I would appreciate it very much. Alright, having said that, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do these in different parts because if I were to do it all in one, it would be a very large video and it probably wouldn't be a whole lot of fun to sit and watch the whole thing. So I'm going to try and break it up into approximately 15 to 20 minute intervals, different parts. So this will be part 1. Having said that, let's carry on. One thing I want to let you know of is right now I am in peaceful/creative mode purely for the purposes of this tour video. I usually play in, survival mode, but I'm not doing that right now because there are some areas where I'm going to want to fly around so that I can show you some different things. So keep in mind I usually play, and when I do any kind of my feature videos where I'm actually doing like a Let's Play series or a tutorial, I will be doing it in survival mode. So keep that in mind. Alright, this is my house. There are 3 levels to my house. There is this one here, a basement, and an upstairs. There's not a whole lot on the first floor, to show you, other than I've got 4 access points to it, which go to different areas of my world. I've got, over here my bed. I've got the staircase to my basement. I've got a staircase right over here to my upstairs. I do have some chests that I'm in the process of emptying out. I've got a very large storage room with a complete sorter in it that I'm still building, so I'm trying to get everything migrated over to that as I build it. So until then, I'm going to have some miscellaneous crates floating around with miscellaneous items inside of those. These 2 chests right here, I will go in a little more detail in a few minutes because there is a huge furnace in my basement, and that's what these 2 chests are connected to. So I'm going to start upstairs. We'll start there and begin the tour. Again, a few chests up here, nothing that's really relevant to this section of my house. I just have them there for now as I'm building my storage room across the way there. I will eventually get everything that is stackable out of these chests and moved into my storage room. Alright, I have a simple furnace right here. There's 5 furnaces for this system that I have. The whole purpose behind this one, as you will say, I have 2. The one that's much larger in my basement that is purely it's completely automated. And so I built this one mainly for the purpose right now of sand/glass. When I put everything through my sorting system chest on the main level, I have a sorting system in between that and the furnace system that determines what I'm going to have cooked. And I don't want all of my sand cooked into glass. I do like to mine some sand and keep it for, using different things. Building the beach, different things like that. So I don't want all of the sand that I go out and mine to become glass. So for that, I don't cook it in my main furnace automated system. I leave that as sand, and then I collect my sand and I cook it here in this system right here. It's a very efficient system. When I put items inside of here, I don't have to manage evening the items out. It will do that for me. So I'll give you a quick overview. I have a fuel chest right here. I put all the fuel for my entire system right here. Wood, coal, any item that any resource that can be used as a fuel source. I put inside of here, or I can put inside of here, and it will feed from here automatically into my furnaces. I don't have to do anything with that. And then right here under finished resources is exactly what that means. As things are cooked, they come out of each one of the furnaces, they get dropped into this chest here. This chest is what is used to where I put anything that I want to go through that system and cook it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to grab 10 blocks of sand, and I'm going to go ahead and put those inside of this chest. And then if you notice, they're automatically dropping down. The redstone goes off, and away go my furnaces. Usually they go off for close to the same time, within a few seconds. And for the most part, it's evenly distributed amongst the 5 different furnaces. It's not exact, but for the most part, it's evenly distributed. So, they're not all going to get jammed up in that very first furnace to where it has to be full before it moves an item to the next one. It will evenly distribute regardless of the amount of items I put inside of that chest. While we're waiting for this to cook, I do want to let you know that if you do notice that my FPS is a little slow, it's a little choppy, that is because I have an enormous amount of redstone in my world in pretty close proximity to each other. So sometimes when you get a lot of redstone like that, it can make your Minecraft a little choppy. So just keep that in mind in the event that you notice that. We have one more cooking here. Once that furnace shuts off, there we go. I open up my chest, and there is my 10 pieces of glass that I just cooked. So that is that little mini furnace system. Very efficient, makes it easy to cook things on the fly, or things that I want right now, versus putting it through my huge system, which we're about to go show you right now. Alright, heading back downstairs. Before we get downstairs into the furnace room, I will now go a little more into detail as to what these two chests are for. The fuel chest. Again, I have a 15 furnace system down in the basement of my home here. So there are 15 chests that, or 15 furnaces that will be cooking simultaneously all at the same time. So any fuel that I'm going to use to fuel those furnaces, I will drop right here. Unlike upstairs, this chest doesn't hold those items. This is just I put them in here, then I have hoppers that send it down into my furnace system, and it will hold an enormous amount of fuel. So in order, I mean, if it were to be backed up to here, I would have thousands amongst thousands of fuel resources. So I don't intend on doing that. But anyways, I drop them in here. It will automatically feed down to my furnace system. This one here is resources. Any and every resource that I collect that I currently want in my storage room or have set up in my storage room, I will put in this chest right here. And then I have my sorting system that will move it from there. As soon as we get down into the basement of my house, I'm going to show you a mini sorting system which takes every item I put inside of there. It looks for the items that needs to be cooked. It'll separate those, send those items through the furnace, and then it will go ahead and send them up to the storage room. The items that do not need to be cooked, it will bypass the sorting system and go straight to the storage room. So, having said that, let's head on downstairs. Alright, this is the basement. There are a lot of hoppers, a lot of stuff going on down here. To give an idea, right here is where those two chests straight above are. They're in the back there. This one is the fuel, comes straight through here. You know, it comes down, comes right around, and goes right over to there. And then this one right here is the resources. So when I'm out mining, getting any kind of ore, collecting, you know, if I'm killing creepers and gunpowder, killing witches, getting different things, getting dirt, grass, whatever I'm mining, all those resources, I dump them into there and it comes right down here. What happens, and you can't really see it right now, is it ends up coming through and goes through a lot of hoppers. Some of them you can't even see because I have them behind the walls. I built around it to try and make it, you know, look as clean and nice as possible. But the end result is they come out right over here, and this is my mini sorting system. Excuse me. In here I have every item besides sand that, to my knowledge, as of right now, Minecraft 1.8.3, I think it is. Maybe I could be off on that version, but I have every item in there that I want cooked. I can expand this thing in the future, so it's not like I'm stuck here. If they ever decide to, you know, introduce new items to the game that can be cooked, I can expand this thing. So if I look, you know, like this one right here, I got my iron ore. So it's gonna, if iron ore comes through, it's gonna stop here and then go be cooked. So on and so forth. It's pretty simple. Gold, pork chops, raw fish, salmon, on and on and on. So what happens if it's any one of them items, it'll sort it there, and then it sends it over to the furnace system, which is down there. If it's an item that does not need to be cooked, it will continue to leave them up here and send it straight on over to my sorting room, which we'll get to that probably in a different part, you know, a different session, but I'll show you kind of how it gets there today. All right, heading down to the furnace system. Got a cave. All right, this is the furnace system. It is huge, 15 furnaces, completely automated. Just like the one upstairs, it will evenly distribute the items that are going through it so that one doesn't have to be full before it goes to the next one. I can cook a lot of stuff real fast with this thing. I absolutely love it. This light right here basically tells me that I have fuel in my system. That's all that's for. Makes it easy for me to know if I have any fuel or not. I have a switch here. All that switch does is it decides it's just an on-off switch for collecting the items, whether they're going to be automatically removed from the furnaces and sent off, or I can turn that off if I want to collect the experience points, and I can manually collect those items with that switch. Handy little feature there. Alright, real quick before I show you anything else, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab me something, and I'm going to cook it so you can actually watch this thing in action. So let's just do 10, no, 15, so we'll just do 30, show you how fast this thing can cook. So I'm going to do 30 iron ore. I'm going to open up my resources. I'm going to drop them in there. They immediately start to drop. I'm going to come right back downstairs here. And in a moment, you're going to notice that it's going to fire up. For the most part, within a few seconds, they'll all turn on together at the same time as the items get to it. Once they'll start cooking, I'll kind of tell you where it goes from there, because I do have the switch off, which means I'm not going to collect my items manually. Oh, there they go. Alright, so they're going to automatically come right over here. This is just a little system. This one here just sends them up. And I'll show you where all that goes here in a minute. But so it goes from there over to here, which goes to another section to send it off to my sorting room. So what will happen here in a minute when these get done up, there they go. You see, there goes my redstone. So it's actually moving the finished product as we speak. Remember, I dropped 30 iron ore into this thing, and you'll see just exactly how fast, boom, they're done. That fast, I just cooked 30 iron ore. It's very handy, very efficient. And it's going to continue to send them up and right on out. That is my furnace system. Right here, this little switch has nothing to do with the furnace. It's basically like a garbage waste disposal type thing. So when I hit that, sometimes you get items you don't want, garbage items. You can even either leave them outside, or if I have some with me and I don't want to go back out there, if I hit this little switch, I got my little lava pool here. I can drop any item I want, and they're gone. Don't have to worry about them. Cover that up so it's hidden. Don't have to worry about losing something in there unless I have it open. That's all that is. Alright, moving back up here. If I come up this way, there's really nothing over here other than it's just an access point to the back half of my furnace system. I have some track laid here. I do have a train station, which I will show you in detail, probably in a different session. That's what that whole track piece is to. So I will show you that at a different time. Moving on. Alright, so as I come through here, if you notice, that's how I get back upstairs, but I'm going to go through this little tunnel real quick. On the right hand side right here, I have... This is where everything that goes through when I put things in that resource chest on the main level of my house, it doesn't matter if they're being cooked or not. They all come through this system right here. They all come out right here. What happens here is, if you noticed a second ago, I had that minecart chest, or cart with a chest inside of it. Here it comes. That just comes from the room back down to here. So everything comes in that will offload into that, and it sends it right onto my sorting room, my storage room with a sorter, and it sorts everything for me. That'll be, again, a different session. This water here, I'll explain to you on the other side of this water up in this area over here. I have a room with a skeleton spawner inside of it. It's completely closed off. What happens is the skeletons spawn, they fall into water, the water forces them into this section right here, and they drown and they die. When they drown and die, they give me their bones, and they give me their arrows, and all of that comes right here, goes into this hopper system, and gets sent over to my storage room. So basically, I have an endless supply of arrows. It's wonderful, and bones for different things. So that's how that works. Again, I'll show you the storage room at a later time. There's a lot to that, but that's how that works. Heading on, come back up here, and in the last piece to the basement, I have a dog and cat room. Yeah. Bunch of ocelots, wild cats, and I have a bunch of wolves, dogs over here. So this is where I keep them when I'm not using them, and this is where I breed them so that I make sure I have plenty. It's kind of loud, so I'm going to head back upstairs, but that's what that section of my home is. If you don't know and you're new to Minecraft, ocelots are great for creepers. Creepers do not like cats, and they will not go around a cat. A cat/ocelot will not attack a creeper, but they won't go. The creeper will not go around a cat. They don't like them. And then dogs will help protect you. If something attacks you, except for a creeper, it will attack back and usually protect you. So that's why I have the dogs. When I'm playing in survival mode and I'm out doing things, I'll take some of those with me so that I'm a little safer when I'm out doing my mining and just playing. So, alright, I think that'll probably wrap it up for today and for this session. Again, thank you for watching. Please like my channel, it helps out a lot. And I will soon be posting a Twitter feed as well. Look forward to videos upcoming. Thanks for watching EBK's Minecraft.